No Ty
Put
Dolla
it right.
Sign?
Ty Dolla Sign's good, bro, but I feel like, you know what? For you, I'll throw Ty Dolla Sign out. If Ty Dolla Sign, like, you know what? Vic wanted me to do a song with Ty Dolla
Come
Sign, I'll do
on,
it.
Riley. Come on, bro. Ty Dolla
I
Sign.
guess I'll do it.
Man,
I love you, Equinox.
all right, man. We back. Another day, you know what I'm saying? Episode 8. You know what I'm saying? If y'all was listening from the last one, that was a time where, 7 represents finish, you know what I'm saying? Like you done, but 8 represents new beginnings, you feel me? So we jumping this thing off of something different. Lately y'all seen our guests. It's usually been a lot of high profile athletes, but today we hear y'all with an artist. That artist happens to be Mr. Riley Krantz. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing the last name wrong, man. But he's an artist from South Carolina, from St. George, South Carolina, correct?
Yeah.
He's done a couple songs, a couple hits you guys may know. One being For the Moment is one of the biggest songs that I gravitated towards off rip. He's a former baseball player, but again, we met him through way of Mike. Shout out to Mike B for that.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, man, this is how we're gonna start episode 8, man. Get to know Mr. Riley. Y'all give it up for him.
It's a Willa High School product. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Riley, man, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be honest, this is True Talk. The real understands everything.
Let's
So
be
gotta
real.
ask you, know what I'm saying? You a rapper, man.
Yeah.
We don't see a whole lot of rappers in the white community, man. So I gotta ask you, what inspired you to get into rap, man? Like where did that influence come from?
So like 11 years ago, I've been doing this for a long time, bro.
Right.
Like I started doing this the summer before high school, and I remember I was watching MTV, bro, and they had on Juicy by Biggie, the video, and I was like, bro, like this is what I want to do with my life, like right from that moment, and it was that simple. So then that winter, I got some recording stuff, and I made 3 projects in like 3 years, and since then I've been dropping a lot of singles, and I've just been grinding. And it's gotten to the point now where I'll be making a move to the A this summer. So
yes, sir.
That's dope. I told you, before we went live, the A is where the music at, man. Atlanta ain't nothing like it.
Where dreams become reality.
I'm telling
You
you.
Be careful. Yeah, listen.
No, that's facts.
But
I'm pretty careful.
Gotta check the neck, brother.
So you say you've been going back and forth to Atlanta. What's some of the recording studios that you've been kind of like gravitating towards?
I actually haven't really been in any studios up there. I've been mainly working with my homie Bash. He does my videos and we make music together. He makes music too. I make a lot of his beats for him. So it's like it's a good trade-off. It's a good relationship. And I know you saw the video, the 4 Moment video. He did that, did the Selfish one, and we got another one coming out on the 23rd. So yeah, it's all high quality stuff, man. It's all like we want nothing but the best all the time, top tier.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, bro.
You bring up Bash. That was a question I was actually going to ask you. But when it comes to Bash, like, I did a little research on him. You know what I'm saying? How did that connection happen? Is that somebody y'all like went to high school with, or you just kind of met throughout the industry?
I'm gonna be real, bro. I really don't even know. I think he was real tapped in with my homie Trevor, and Trevor, they went to Clemson together and all that. And I guess they were real tapped in there. And yeah, pretty much I just started seeing him do Trevor's videos, and I was like, bro, like, who is this dude doing your videos? So I hit him up about 3 years ago, and it's funny because now I can afford it, but back then I couldn't afford it. So I couldn't afford the order, bro.
Yesterday's prices is not today's prices. You feel me?
Absolutely not.
I couldn't afford it 3 years ago. But then, we started working, and he's really taken me under his wing. He's given me a lot of performance opportunities. He's shooting all my videos, like I said, giving me a lot of creative direction that I didn't already have before. So I feel like over the last year, my career has already leveled up so much just by working with him.
So would you say
that's what's up, bro?
Like a mentor role for you, or like more like the manager role? Like what do you?
We mentor each other. I do have a manager who has also helped change my career a lot in the last year. I signed with his label last summer, and we got some real big. I don't know if he wants me to speak on too many things, but we got a lot of big things coming.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I mean, we understand. We understand.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen, you gotta protect the brand. Now you gotta
I
protect
didn't
the
talk
brand.
to him before I did. He's not gonna be mad or nothing, but I don't know what I could talk to pertaining to all that stuff.
Right.
Don't be
Nah, I
spilling no
feel that.
beans, Riley.
Definitely
Listen,
understand that.
listen, look, we have a brand. But now that's dope, man. So a little bit about myself. Actually, a lot of people know me for playing sports and stuff, but I actually ventured into the music industry roughly around like 2021. A lot of my friends knew. Me and my cousins, my brothers at the time, we was, trying to start a little label. We actually have some people that, got some notoriety. Found ourselves in Boosie's house, playing music for Boosie. Been on stage with Boosie. Pretty much was getting ready to, put pen to paper on that side of things, and some things we just kind of wanted to stay independent because we was looking more to have a label instead of
Yeah,
to have like solo artists. And so, like I said, man, I know how it goes sometimes when it comes to the music industry. Like it's a lot of long nights. It's a lot of like, you got to fall in love with the process because again, when it comes to music, it's like everybody not gonna like your music. So you
right.
got to really bet on yourself, man, keeping your confidence up. So let me ask you, like, how do you stay confident within your music? Like, what's your creative process when it comes to like putting a song out?
So I make a lot of beats just throughout the day, and when I really want to lock in and record something, I'll just kind of go through those, or I have producers send me beats or whatever. So it all starts with a beat for me, and
Right.
I'll just lock in at the studio. I'll go through my email, my files, and when I pick something that starts clicking with me in my head, and I start coming up with a flow, I just drag it in there and really just do it off the top. To be honest with you.
Okay. So when you first got into music, would you say you started off like you said you started off more in like beat making, or you started off like straight off rhyming,
I
freestyling?
started off straight off rhyming. It's crazy because I used to have just one phone, right? And I had to use that to film myself, rapping on Facebook. So there couldn't be a
Yeah.
beat. So I would just be sitting there like with my journal and like looking back and forth and rapping my bars at the camera just a cappella. But when I got the studio stuff, a little bit after that, like 6 months later, I started making beats. Yeah.
Okay. Now I see you said earlier, 11 years ago, you started making music, but I see now you correct me if I'm wrong here. Uh, I was doing a little research. Was your first single "If I Change" in 2018? Was that your first one?
That wasn't my first single. I took down a lot of my old stuff because it was just
Okay.
like a thing of branding. Like I didn't want people to come find like my new drop and then
Mhm.
they're skipping through and they hear something from me that sounds 10 years old because that's what it is. And
Right.
it's just
Right.
I mean if this is true talk, I mean that's not good stuff. So I
Right.
don't really
Yeah.
put that up there. I mean it's classics in my car and stuff like when I'm driving around, but I don't really
Right.
want like fans to hear that, potential fans to hear that yet. I might drop that down the road. I might like redrop
Right. Like, look, once that
Yeah.
drop, see it go.
I
Mm-hmm.
thought
Nah,
I was
it.
tripping. I thought I was tripping because when I went to go look, I said, "Bro, I thought he had way more music than this. I could have
Yeah, yeah.
sworn he
You can
did."
still find some of them on YouTube, like "Why They Hating" still up. That was
Yeah.
my actual first single, and
Mhm.
we did a video for that and all, so that's still up on YouTube and stuff. And I think y'all would like that one if y'all listen to it. It's jokey.
For sure. Hey, listen. Look, after this interview, send it to me. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Mhm. Well,
But
I'll send
so like a lot of people don't realize like when it comes to the music, like you said something important. Um, in a sense, like rebranding. I know for us and with me and my brothers and cousins at the time, like there were songs that I would pray to God never hit the date, like never hit the media, because when you starting out, you ain't as confident. You know what I'm saying? You may not have an engineer, you may not have, and people don't realize that those things play a huge factor in coming to music when it comes to making music because you can record off your phone. You're like, oh, this tight. You go take it to a producer. He'll make that sound like you just recorded it in the studio with Drake. So it's
right.
like,
Right.
Yeah,
I
people are
listen.
doing that now. They got apps on the phone that I mean you can get it
Mhm.
sounding as good as I do.
Mm.
Man, and listen, I commend anybody in the music industry because I know a little bit of what really goes into it. You know what I'm saying? Which brings me to my next question. You said that Bash kind of, in a nutshell, took you under his wing. Helped you get to some shows. I saw that you opened up a homecoming. Now it was let me
What
see.
school was you
Let me
at?
read.
I want to say it was Allen.
Allen. Yep, it was
Yeah,
Allen
it was
Allen,
University.
where
Allen.
is that?
No, he was
So
up
was
there with
that your
Zance.
first?
Huh?
Where's Allen?
He was up there with
Was
Zance.
that?
Zance went to Allen.
Yeah,
Uh,
man.
Dude,
It
we went
was
to high
Oh,
school.
okay, okay.
It
Was
was
that
turned. There was a lot of people from Woodland there.
I
that's
know
It was
crazy.
wild. I hadn't seen them people in 7 years, bro.
They
that.
probably looked. They probably looked on that
They looked up.
that
They looked
the
up, and
artist
I'm
list like
performing. They're like,
Riley.
"Yo," they're like, "Yo, what is he doing here, bro?" You know?
So was that your first performance in front of a crowd or no?
No, no. Michael, remember, I was performing at them glowouts.
Oh
That's what
yeah,
really. That's what really got me my chops in performing
Mhm.
was them glowouts at Woodland. Shout out to
yeah,
Mr. Rollout, bro.
for
That's
real
dope.
though.
So you was the
I've done
kid
a
in
lot of shit.
you was in the kid in high school, you know what I'm saying, perform at the pep rally. Like everybody, you know what I'm saying, like give it up
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
Riley, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was. I think he did it my freshman
Well,
year.
hateful from that at that time, but we grow past that.
So could you tell the difference between like because again performing in your hometown, I look at it like playing football for us or playing in our sports. You know what I'm saying? When you're at your home game, you're more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that know you ain't really feeling too much pressure. Versus when you got to go to that away game, don't nobody know you like that. So like performing in a high school or performing in like a local crowd that you know versus your first time performing in an uncharted territory like you didn't know.
I will say this: it's actually more nerve wracking for me to go perform like at home as opposed to
Mm-hmm.
like somewhere else where people aren't going to be familiar with me. And
Mm-hmm.
that's just because like if we're being true about it, like everybody
Yeah,
does
yeah.
care about a hate, and it does bother you. Like
Hmm.
Right.
you can say that it don't bother you, but it does. And like in my hometown, this is a real hateful ass hometown. Can I curse on here?
Yes,
Hey
Yeah,
man,
this is
listen,
a
this is
real
true talk, man. Go
be yourself. Be yourself.
hateful.
Cause when nobody like you
Nah,
being yourself, fuck 'em.
They don't like people doing things that they don't see as like a real linear career path. To put it
mhm,
that
Mhm.
way,
right.
if they don't understand it, it's like it becomes hate is what it does.
Everybody down there
Okay.
just stuck in their way. Like it's
Yeah.
real. South Carolina, if you from South Carolina, you know. South Carolina moves at the pace of molasses. But when you go anywhere else, it speeds back up. Now, if I go back home, it's moving a little bit faster than what it did when I was down there. But now, I mean, but like you go to somewhere like Atlanta, it's happening like right now. Now I can't speak
Oh
for
yeah.
like anything northern of that because John could speak on that. But it's like it starts to get more fast paced, and I mean everybody down there just really stuck in the old times. If you're being real,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
it's
definitely feels
bad.
that way. They like you. I mean, you played football, so to them that's like real cool. But trying to make it as a rapper, bro,
Yeah, I
ain't
mean
really that, bro.
football is king all in the South. I mean football is what I did, but it's just like what I want to do is just like this is my dream right here. Be a media
Right.
correspondent. Just be here, just talking with the guys, and just like helping people get where they want to
Facts.
go. That's always been my dream. Honestly, sports casting. But I realized I could talk about sports all day. I just don't
You
Right.
know the thing
can't
about
do ESPN. But
that's
you
the
feel me?
thing.
Why
Make
doing
my
it
Trying
own
to
though?
way.
get into
Because
ESPN too,
it's
bro.
so
Like
cool.
sportscasting, that you gotta have that connection. I feel like most people who you might know who might be at that level already, they kind of like, man, yeah, I might, you know what I'm saying, fuck with you, but most times it's all for self once you get there in that field.
Nah,
Right.
Because I feel
facts.
like I wanted to do that too. Like
It's the
I
same way
wanted to
of
be on
music,
Sports
bro.
Center and ESPN. Like that was my dream, bro. So it's like the fact that we get to do this now, bro, it's a blessing, bro, for all of us. 'Cause
Bro,
Right. Yeah.
huge
we made
blessing.
our own platform.
It's definitely the same way with the.
Facts.
It's all about
Correct.
who you know
Correct.
factor in
Correct.
music. So
Let me tell
Correct,
you,
correct.
the statement is not what you know, it's who you
But
know
also, who know you too?
has been one of the realest.
yeah,
Yeah,
Cause they
it
got
is.
like
It is all
that's
that's
about
like
been
me
one of
saying
the
like, yeah, I know Raleigh, but like, do Raleigh know me? He could be like, yeah,
Right.
I don't know him. He just a fan of me
man.
in a
Right.
sense. They could be a fan.
Yeah. Nah, that's true though. But
It
like
takes
it's
two
just
things,
crazy.
man. It's
Like
bread and connections, bro. And that's really
For
what it all
sure.
boils down to. That's like in
man,
music,
it
at
makes me
least.
think about think about trying to do this music industry or any industry in terms of
Mhm.
like media without social media. Like back in the day, boy, them boy had to get it out the mud. I see why they were singing on corners.
Right.
Like it was real life
It
like
was all a
Right.
word of
dream.
mouth.
I used to read
Yeah,
Right. I
Rollout
used to read
magazine.
word up magazines.
I had fun to go sling rock on the corner.
And you gotta think too, Eli, shit, and
Man.
Raleigh. You gotta have that image now on social media. Your image gotta be everything too, because now
Yeah.
you your own brand. Your
Facts.
Instagram is your brand, and now cool. They see
Hmm.
if your music videos don't hit like that, but that image still to some people it might they be like, nah, that ain't really like not eye catch, it's not appealing. So if you got a music video that's like,
Right.
it got a message, he got that shit on, and he talking about something, it's people gonna gravitate
Yeah,
to
you
that.
gotta watch.
Eh,
I don't know if y'all watched my last video, but my last video I think is it's one of the hottest shits
Okay,
out for sure.
who did
Say less.
Talk
yeah,
that
shout out
talk,
your media
George.
team.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk that talk,
Shout
huh?
out your media team
That's
for
one of the
sure.
hottest videos out.
Yeah.
Now
So
facts.
that brings me to a question I wanted to ask you. You know what I'm saying? With you know what I'm saying? With you being a white guy that's rapping, you know what I'm saying? You're a white rapper. Do you feel
Yeah.
like you have that extra chip on your shoulder to like get people to believe your sound? You know what I'm saying? Or do you feel like
Nah,
everything's
man,
just kind of been
it ain't like that, bro. I honestly just love the game and love hip hop, and I'm a hip hop connoisseur. If you ask me anything about hip hop in the last 30 years, it's like I stem, bro. Like I love that shit. You know, like this is what I live for. And I see a lot of artists, they'll like, you know, mainly white artists. They'll start rapping, and then, you know, another trending sound comes up, and they switch to that. Like country right now is the new wave. That's what all the white rappers seem to be switching to. And I can't get behind that, bro. That's how you make me stop listening to you.
Hey,
I mean,
listen, I'll tell you nothing else on True Talk. Stay true to who you are, man. What you
Facts.
exactly.
said is what you said is as real as it's gonna get. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You're a connoisseur. You said you get a stem from this, bro. Like
Yeah,
Okay,
bro.
I
Like
can
this
tell
is
you
right.
what
about football, bro. At one point, football, like, bro, it was nothing you couldn't tell me or say to me that I didn't know about football because I studied the game.
Facts.
What's the movie? Dang, what movie is that, man? It's on the tip of my tongue. He said, "A brother like me, I love the
Yeah.
game." Like, but like, you got to
What movie
be in
was
love with
that?
your. It's oh my god, it's the one when he man,
Oh my God, I'm trying to think of it too.
It's not Friday
Nah, it's
Night
not
Lights.
Friday.
no,
No.
it's when Buddy gets shot. He said, "Anybody that owes me money." Oh
Oh,
my
you think
god, what's the
paid
name
in
of that movie?
full?
like
Paid in full.
Paid in full. When he's sitting in the
That's what
car,
I thought it was. I was like,
he said, "A brother like
He
me,
said
I love the
Ace was
game."
sitting there
But like,
patched all up. He was out the game. He was done.
yeah.
He was
mm-hmm.
done. Hey, Rod, I got a
And
question. Which
so
name your top 5 lyricists?
my top
You
five
talking about now? Let's
lyrics.
go
Mm.
all time.
It's definitely Andre's
Okay,
number
that's
one.
one.
Ooh.
say no more, bro. You ain't gotta listen no more, bro. You ain't gotta
Yeah,
listen no more, bro. You started off hot, bro. You ain't gotta
Andre.
listen no
Notice
more,
what
bro.
I
Andre's
said.
number
People
one.
ain't proud that one over their head. I didn't say rappers. I said lyricists.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
so Andre
It's
won.
definitely
Okay.
Um, I'd definitely throw K Dot up there for sure.
Yeah. You know what got me with him? You know
I'd
what
put
got me
K
with
Dot up there.
is that damn album. I was listening, really
Yeah,
listening
Yeah.
to what he was saying.
I mean, it's really just the way the Good Kid, Mad City's set up like a movie. I mean,
Yep.
come
Yeah.
on,
Mm-hmm.
I just listened to that. I was
you know,
just
doing
going
it like
over that
that.
thing.
Nobody does it
Yeah.
like that no more either.
Bro,
Or
people sleep on
bro
that
told a
song,
whole
and it
story.
has so much symbolism in it. If these walls could talk, you got to be a real music
Oh,
head to
yeah,
understand some of this stuff, bro.
All right. It was
for
3.
sure. I'd throw. Now, are we talking about rap lyricists or like just every
Just in
genre?
You
general,
talking
in
about
general.
go rap?
In
Well,
Well,
no,
yeah.
general.
You
just
said you was a rap junkie, so I really want to see
Okay, yeah, we'll do rap lyrics. So I'm gonna put Nas up there at
who
3.
Nas.
Nas,
Okay.
Nas. Okay,
Okay.
Nas.
uh, 4. 4, I'd definitely put J. Cole up there. That last song he put out solidified it for me. I ain't never heard nobody flow on nothing like that before. He
Mm-hmm.
was he was floating on that.
I fuck with J.
Yeah.
5,
Cole heavy too.
5 I'd throw. Man, do I want to
Can't
do
forget
that?
about that boy in Canada now.
I don't want to. That's what I'm debating on. Is I don't. There might be somebody a little bit better. Nah, fuck it. I'll put
Put
Drake up
Drake.
there. Drake 5.
That was what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I'll throw
Yeah.
I
Drake
put
at 5.
yeah. I like. See, I was going. I would throw Jay-Z in there too somewhere because a lot
Yeah, but to me, it's Andre and
for
then
sure.
everybody else,
No, for
bro.
sure. I'm not putting
Yeah.
Jay at
Yeah.
1, but a lot of dudes you named, their music tells a story too, and a lot of people can relate to it. J. Cole
Right.
them brought us through some times where you be like, damn, I just was dealing with that yesterday.
No facts.
Kendrick Lamar again got stuff in his music that, again, that a lot of people can relate to, so people gravitate to it. But yeah,
Right.
Andre.
And the way he words things is like it ain't basic ways of wording things. It's like, it's all these triple, quadruple entendres that you gotta go on Rap Genius
Right.
to figure those out.
Right.
No, he was a battle rapper first. A lot of folks don't know, but like bro was started off as a
Who's
battle
this?
rapper and then became
Okay.
Kendrick. and then he became mainstream. And usually you don't really see that happen for battle rappers because they can't all. Usually they don't correlate battle rapping and putting it into like making music. You know what I'm saying? The
Right.
same realm because it's different. But I give him his props. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely a lyricist. Like for me, I teeter-totter between people like DMX. I teeter-totter between, with Drake. Drake's a lyricist, but I also Drake is more just an artist for me. Like to
Yeah.
me, he's the greatest artist because
Yeah.
he's hit
His
every
earlier
genre.
work. His earlier work's better as far as his pen, but don't get
Yeah,
it twisted. I feel like that Family Matters was crazy, bro. That
yeah.
Family
You
Matters
hear
was
me? See, to the naked eye, people like K.Dot won, but if you go back and play those songs,
I'm telling
Family
you,
Matter
bro.
was the
oh
Drake's
man.
best song out the disc.
yeah.
Man, that boy said, what did he say in that song? That man said, is you mad at your wife because she bigger than you? Like, bro, like people, these lyrics go over Kenny head no matter what I say. I always called him a mini Drake. Like, bro. But nah, yeah, man. Like again, I'm a huge music lover, man. I love music, probably more than I love sports, to be honest. Somebody I was shocked that you didn't say, just because we've all seen his greatness, especially when it comes to like metaphors, is uh
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
Thank you.
Lil
I was
Wayne.
waiting on that one. I was like, bro, no Lil Wayne on the
I
list is
did
crazy.
forget Lil Wayne on that.
I was wondering. I was like, damn.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I did forget Lil Wayne on
Listen,
that.
the
Hey, that
Carter,
was
it's like
that was
all, bro. The
disrespectful.
Carter 1, 2, 3.
I definitely replaced Drake with Lil Wayne now that y'all brought
Okay,
up
we
Lil.
talking
I
business
forget
right
Lil
now.
Wayne
Let the
existed,
beat,
bro.
let the beat
See
build.
where I thought you were going with that was Eminem, bro.
Eminem too. I like Eminem.
Like this,
Eminem,
you know,
Eminem too.
I'm not the
Eminem.
biggest Eminem fan, bro, to be honest with you, but
I'm shocked
yeah,
about that
yeah.
statement.
It's more
I'm
so because
shocked
of what
about
he's
that
become.
one.
I like his
Mhm.
earlier stuff, but it's what
Yeah,
he's become that I'm not really a big
And the
fan of.
good thing with all us
yeah. I
being
think his
football
music now.
guys, "Lose Yourself" is probably the best pregame song, even to this day.
You hear me?
Yeah,
Man, I remember
absolutely.
eighth grade, bro. Till I Collapse was playing at Harleyville Ridgeville. We was going to play them in
Till I
basketball,
collapse.
bro.
You know
And
that?
I was starting in that game, and I was running out the tunnel, bro. Ice in
Mm,
my veins, bro. I was the best feeling ever.
Man, it do that, bro. So let me ask you. You give us your top five lyricists. So right now in the game, who are your current? I'm just speaking on current guys. Like who would you say some guys? Well, matter of fact, I'm gonna switch it up. Who are just some influences on the music that you make? Like who are some artists that you can say like they played a part in the music that I make?
I would definitely say Drake's number one on that list.
Mm-hmm.
Just as in terms of like being versatile, singing and rapping on the same song. Like
Mm-hmm.
before him, that wasn't really happening like that. Um,
Thanks.
and just being vulnerable and speaking my truth in my music and being comfortable in that. I'd say I got a lot of rock influences, believe it or not. My parents are a bit older, so I grew up on
Mm-hmm.
classic rock. Um,
Okay.
so there's a lot of Journey in there. There's a lot of like Brian Adams that I pull from vocally, like just
Mm-hmm.
melodically and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say the other artist that I'm really listening to right now a lot is this newer artist. I was just talking to him about him, Bash. Yeah,
Okay.
I've been listening to Bash a lot. He's a big influence on my sound as well.
Hey, listen, shout out to Bash, man. We're gonna everybody get a shout out on True
Shout
Talk.
out to Bash.
No
man.
facts.
Yes, sir.
But that's what's up, man. It's crazy that somebody that you feel like gives you a lot of influence on your music, you also get an opportunity to work with them. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying? Oftentimes, a lot of people, I'll say Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald, as far as my playing career, was somebody I wanted to model my game after, but I've never got to meet him, or I got to meet him, but I never got to play with him. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Hmm.
So like, it's always a blessing to like be able to. I don't want to say your heroes, but like
It's just the
you know,
work ethic, man. Like his
yeah,
work ethic is insane, and I pick up on that, and I'm like, man, I want my work ethic to look like that too. So he's
yeah.
more of an influence on my work ethic and how I carry myself and things like that.
Okay.
But musically, yeah, we got plenty of stuff in the vault.
Mm-hmm. Hey, listen, let me tell you, I'm
I
here to
can't wait
tell
for that hoe
everybody
to
what I
drop
know.
though.
It be the ones that you hold in them vault, them quote unquote what we call throwaways. Them be
It
the
ain't
ones.
throwaways. We just got
Oh, oh,
plans
oh,
for it.
listen. Hey, boy said we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna roll it out. But it
Right.
also, what I'm saying, that brings me to the next question, and I kind of feel like I know one of the answers. Uh, if you had to pick five dream features, like any artist, living or dead, what's your five dream features?
Redundant, but Drake, obviously.
Yeah.
I'd love to get J. Cole on one of my songs because he's just like he's the most slept on, like low key feature killer. Like he
Yeah,
kills every feature.
No
yeah.
facts, he does.
I
So
agree with that.
I would definitely take J. Cole. I would do a song with Ariana Grande for sure.
Okay, you
Um,
threw me for a
That was a
loop though.
curveball.
It was a curveball. Yeah.
I low key want to make music with Rihanna. I'm not sure if she's even making music anymore.
No Ty
For
Dolla
the right.
Sign.
Ty Dolla Sign's good, bro, but I feel like you know what? For you, I'll throw Ty Dolla Sign on. If Ty Dolla Sign, like, you know what? Vic wanted me to do a song with Ty Dolla
Come
Sign. I'll do
on,
it.
Riley. Come on. Come on, bro. Ty Dolla
I
Sign.
guess I'll do it.
Man, I feel like, that Drake movement though, bro. Drake the type of guy, and I've watched him. We've all watched him. People that may have been underground, may have had a little buzz. He get on your feature, you're forever famous now.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Forever.
facts.
Like, and again, it be the underground artists or guys. I ain't even gonna say underground, but like it be the artists who they're making a buzz in their own city. People know them, making move ways. But that man genuinely, like, he's another person I can say he's a rap connoisseur. Like he loves the music
Oh
industry,
yeah.
and it goes beyond hip hop. Like we've seen that man on pop rock, we've seen him on tech, like dance music. You know what I'm saying?
Reggae.
So with all of that, I was always, what I'm saying, do you consider yourself like, do you feel like you have that type of versatility to your artistry?
I mean, I can't help but to smile to that because, like, bro, there is crazy stuff in this phone right now, bro. Life changing shit is in this phone.
I like it.
There's
I like it.
yeah, it's pretty versatile too. You'll hear it. You'll hear it.
Hey,
Oh, say
I'm here to tell
less.
you now. You got a new fan in me. I'm gonna subscribe to everything that I can. You feel me?
I
Because
appreciate that, bro.
yeah.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, I
I
got
gotta.
some pop. I got some rock.
Hmm.
I've experimented with dance hall a little bit. I don't
Pun
know if
right
I'm
left
really
on the
liking
board.
Hey,
it. It ain't nothing that crazy. It's more of like in a too good for you Drake Rihanna vibe kind of way.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm really liking myself on those yet, but I
Hmm.
might grow into that on just on the side, and y'all might end up hearing something like that.
say
So,
less. I gotta make a statement about an artist that y'all didn't even name. That like I feel like they're a good feature killer too. And honestly, if 2020 didn't happen, I feel like they're already a big artist, but they would have blew up even more just because of 2020 album alone. And that's Lil Baby.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah, little baby
I'm
killing
not
shit
even
for
gonna cap. Every feature he's on is fire as hell. I think I was listening to a doggone Chinese or whatever rapper or whoever just to hear doggone Lil Baby hop on it, bro. Cause I heard his verse in somebody's like Instagram reel or something like that. Lil Baby is very underrated as far as how good of a rapper he is and
he
how he
is.
got into the game because he didn't
right.
even want to do it. Or even,
Facts.
may he rest in peace, one of my favorite rappers to this day, like all time, Dolph. Like Dolph was so fire to me, bro. Like I can listen to all his music over and over and over. And when he passed away, that shit hurt me. It hurt me like when Paul Walker died. That's out of context, but Paul Walker, hey man, Fast and Furious is my favorite movies. But still, like
Right.
shit crazy.
How did we
That
get
boy,
here?
Gotta be here.
that boy Dolph had Mike wanting to front somebody some keys. Hey, the crazy thing about Lil Baby though, bro, is like he took Drake's song "Wants and Needs," and people can argue with whoever,
That's
Nah,
his
baby
song.
killed
but
Lil
bro
Baby.
took over
Exactly.
that song, bro. He took over that song,
Easy.
dog.
He
I
killed one with J. Cole too. I forget what the song's called. I think it's called Pride is the Devil. When he comes in
Pride is
on
the
that
he
Pride is
did,
the Devil, that's the
Hmm.
hardest shit ever,
bro. That's what I'm saying. People sleep on Lil Baby, bro, and I think a lot of it people try to say, and one of my things I hate is like people say, "Oh, he sound the same. They sound the same," and it's like they can't help that their voice sounds the same. Are you
Hmm.
listening to what he's saying to you? He's
Facts.
elevating. He's elevating. And every so often you get artists like Drake. Drake switches his flow up, and then people love it. But then when something go wrong, they're like, "Well, he jumped in there. He stole it." So it's like with music, it's kind of like almost saying the eye of the beholder. It's whoever's for whoever. Like if you like it, you like it. But like the real music heads, they know who. You know what I'm saying? Another one, Playboy Cardi. I was expecting you to say that as far as a feature goes.
Facts.
People on the outside are like, man, I don't. Do you hear what that brother saying? He just
bro.
got it. Like
Yeah, he
like
really don't be
young
No, I
saying
boy.
don't.
that.
Look, he said, no, I don't. But like he got that
Bro,
hype
what he
music that
said.
just he's just kind of like I'm not gonna call him a lyricist, but
I like
he
his
just make
music
good
though.
music. Yeah,
Don't get me wrong, I do like his music, like a lot of it. No, I mean, like as far as this last album, I didn't really know what he
You
was
wasn't
saying, but
saying
it's a vibe.
nothing.
Like I'll definitely throw it on in the car.
yeah, yeah. He just like I
You
said,
just like,
what
I'll
they say
throw it
is
hey,
on in the
let's go in the
car.
provocative. He
studio. I'm
keeps
just
the
gonna
people
talk about
going,
some bullshit and we're gonna put it out. I'm gonna get high as shit
bro,
and I'm just gonna just say whatever come to my mind.
Yeah,
bro. Where
that's
are
the
our
only state of
manners,
mind I
dog?
can listen to it in
Most
now.
people listen
Where
to
are our
him do
manners, dog?
acid and all type of crazy stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, when he
for
Nah,
back
sure.
I
in the
don't do such
day,
that.
I used to bump Cardi. What was the one, the album cover where it's black and white? Oh
Oh,
my
Mm-hmm.
Dial
god,
It.
Mm-hmm.
That one's hard, bro.
I was bumping that.
Better
I was in
love.
Cali one summer. I was playing that all summer.
I'm gonna tell y'all, being from Atlanta, I'm just
Oh
let
yeah,
y'all
he
know.
from the A.
People
I
see the way
forgot.
Cardi, yeah,
Yeah,
he
you
is.
were saying that.
I
People
did
see
not
the
know
way
that.
that
I'm
Cardi
gonna have to tap in with
dress.
you, bro.
Yeah, listen, they see the way that Cardi dress, and they see all this. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I ain't gonna go too far. Cardi dangerous, fam, and that's how I'm gonna
You
leave it
said
at that.
who?
Man, Playboy Cardi is dangerous in Atlanta, bro. If you from it, the people that I know that's gonna see, if you know, you know.
I'm
That's
already
all
knowing.
I'm gonna leave it at
Don't judge a
that.
book by its cover.
Listen, people see
I ain't
that.
Yeah.
judging it.
I
Oh
believe
But
it.
again, he
God.
one of them ones. He like you
But
don't know what he is. He could be that or this.
man, what?
I've
Hey,
seen him off
listen,
the hands before, bro. Cardi
for
got
real.
hands for sure.
Hey, Playboy Card, I love your
Hey,
music, bro. If
listen.
this get leaked out, I'm gonna no smoke. I love your music. You're on a different path. That's all.
Man, but
No,
somebody
I
we
like
left
his
off, somebody we left off the list, bro. Kanye
Nope.
West, bro.
Done.
He throw it
Nope.
off.
bro.
Nope.
He's cooked,
Nope.
man.
I'm saying
Kanye's cooked.
Kanye can rap though, bro.
He
We can't sit
can.
Since
here
when?
and
All
say
right.
he
Since
can't say
when? When
he
we
don't
talking
rap.
about?
Like he's one of my favorite artists ever, bro. I just can't. No, man. He's cooked. He's
Yeah,
gone
now
off.
as a
his
feature
He's
antics
though.
like
now
he's
is
like
is
he's like
Crazy.
50 foot down a drop already off the deep end, bro. He's jumped off a cliff.
bro. When him and Boosie got into it about a week ago on social media, and he said my cousin used to do some things to me, and Boosie was like, "All right, Kanye, you better chill." He told Boosie. He said he smells like he's broke,
Oh my
and
god.
then it just went from there. Boosie told him, "Man, you influencing your son to do some of the things you done did with your cousin." And I was like, "Hey,
Damn. Yeah, that's tough.
it was tough."
He
Boosie
had to
But
funny,
be.
bro.
man, he is, bro. He's probably one of the funniest rappers on the internet. Him and Plies.
Sweet push aside.
I'm Plies.
Plies is hilarious, bro. So man, Riley, with this music, you know what I'm saying? If you had to tell somebody, you know what I'm saying, what can they expect coming from you, you know what I'm saying, in the future? You know what I'm saying? What direction you feel like y'all are heading, you know what I'm saying? Well, you said earlier you can't speak on too much, you know what I'm saying?
I'm the
Just trying to get the
top
people to know more
top
about
of
you.
Billboard Platinum.
Okay. And
I
then
think I
do you
think it's
also
about time.
Oh, absolutely.
hey, do you ever write for other artists? Like, and I know that was something I was doing. I actually wrote for other artists.
I've dabbled, bro. I mean, I ran sessions for like full time studio sessions. Was recording artists for like 3-4 years. I moved out of my parents' house off that and everything,
That's
bro.
what's
Mhm.
up. Congrats. Hey,
And
congrats
That's
on
dope.
that.
Oh yeah.
occasionally they would need a bar or something, and I'd throw a bar out. And
Yeah.
that's pretty much the writing that I've done for other people.
Hmm.
If
Yeah.
I
See,
write
hey,
something hard, bro, I want to be the one to say it at the end of the day. I don't want somebody else to say it. And then I got to go tell everybody in the car, like I'm riding around and I'm like, I wrote this. And they're like, well, it ain't you. So who cares?
yeah. Let me tell you, that was the biggest dilemma for me. Like, I know because certain rappers, and they know, the ones that know. We've been in the studio. You might help somebody with their hook. I've seen guys get writer block. They can't come up with a hook. You might help them
Hmm.
with a hook.
Oh, yeah.
Or you might help them a little bit with their verse. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you took full credit for that verse. I've also had full songs. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's always hard when you be like, this my song. It just ain't me rapping it, but this is my song. I can show you
Yeah,
what I
'cause my
made at the
song,
timestamp. You know what I'm saying? But like, people
what
always
good
look
does
at you
that do
like,
you in the club when, when they're performing it for 3,000 people, you going around telling everybody, hey, this is my song, by the way.
right?
I wrote
And it's
this.
like, man, everybody
This is
give
my
you that
name.
side eye. That's funny. So, with you going making music and everything, I gotta ask you, um, what's some of your wildest studio moments?
My wildest studio moments.
Yeah.
I like to. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't really be recording with people. I just
Mm.
sit there and record by myself most of the time. But I mean, like, I guess in a good way, I was recording, like, I call this the song that really changed the trajectory of everything. It's my song Ocean. It's from like 6 years ago, but it's really the first time that I put out a song where it was like, this is a real song, and it felt like it, because
Mhm.
like before that I was just kind of learning the ropes of rapping for 5 years, but like that song, it was like something clicked, and I haven't been able to stop making hits now. I don't know what
Hey,
happened.
the boy, hit maker,
Yeah.
man. Hey,
But
listen,
that was the first one where I was like, man, this is some real shit.
when you go to the BET Hip Hop Awards, the Grammys and all that, oh, true talk, call your boy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen,
I got you, bro.
I'll be your bodyguard if you need it. You feel me?
I got you,
Um,
man. I see all that like in the near future,
for sure,
like
man.
Billboard, like
I'm big
Billboard
on
charting shit.
manifestation.
Oh,
For
absolutely.
real. You gotta manifest everything, man, in this life. Sometimes we forget to do it, we shy away from it, but like that's a real thing. If you speak on
Yeah,
things, you know what I'm saying? I seen it in what is that? BMF, the little show that 50 Cent got with them.
Yeah.
And something they said in there was like the little mantra that was like, see it, touch it, attain it. But that's real. You know what I'm saying? If I see something and I can touch it, eventually I'm gonna get to it to where I can have my own, you know what I'm saying? Whether
Right.
that be money, house, cars, uh even down to like women, you know what I'm saying? Dudes, I've seen guys manifest the woman that they're with. Look at who was it? Kanye. He manifested having kids by Kim Kardashian. Decade, almost 10 years early. She was still married to Reggie Bush at that time. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like manifestation can be real, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't trying to manifest they not that bullshit.
None of that though. You feel me?
That was crazy.
Um another thing I wanted to ask you, have you had some big experiences as far as like being an opening act for anybody that people may not know?
not yet. I mean, I would
Okay.
like to, but at the same time, I'm more focused on getting my branding and sound together, and releases and stuff together, than
Mm-hmm.
necessarily paying for an opening slot. We're about to go on our own tour. I
Okay.
mean, because our label actually did sign a bigger artist. He's got, I think, let me just fact check this, but I'm pretty sure it's like 500,000 monthly listeners.
Damn.
We're about to take him and me on tour. I'll be opening for him, but
Dope.
yeah, it's four
Uh,
25,000, but still,
hey,
yeah. So
listen,
I'm gonna
that's
be
more
opening
that's
for
more
him
than
all
I got.
tour. Yeah,
If
I
y'all
Hey,
only
if
if
you
got
in
y'all
eight.
Charlotte, I need to come check out a show for sure.
We should be in Charlotte, bro.
Say
How you
less.
like Charlotte? Because I thought about moving there, bro. But I mean,
I'm like in the Concord area, so it's like nothing really going on too much up here. But on the south end is where everybody's at. Like Ballantyne and down there, that's where
yeah,
really everything is going on at. And that's not too far from honestly, Charlotte is not that big, bro.
it's
I,
not.
like you can literally drive through Charlotte in probably like 30 minutes. I'm telling you now, Eli, you understand this. Charlotte is literally like Atlanta's little cousin. Like it's
Mhm.
basically little Atlanta. Atlanta just got all the resources. Charlotte is starting to like build to that point. They're building like crazy, but
And Charlotte is Columbia Deluxe,
yeah, pretty
pretty
much.
much. But
Because everybody
yeah,
from Columbia comes up here all the time.
Hey man, one thing I know, I'm gonna tap in with you because I got some connections, especially in the music industry, to tap you in Atlanta. What?
let's do
Hey,
it.
listen, my boy V, he one of Boosie's A&Rs. He gonna watch this.
Hmm.
I got my boy True, his dad, co-owner of Bay Studios in Atlanta. Uchi, Derez, Deshaun, all of them go and record in there all the time. I know, John Cousin. I know some people that went to the Snake Pit with Thug, and I mean Thug band from Atlanta right now. But there's still
Yeah.
some people there. You feel me? Porterhouse. Is again the Atlanta is a big city, but it's so small, and everybody know everybody, and especially when it comes to athletics. Like 9 times out of 10, most athletes want to do music. Most
Yeah,
artists want to be an athlete. So it's like
yeah.
we've always, you know what I'm saying? We've always went hand in hand.
I'm
Um,
always saying that, bro. I could go pro hooping,
yeah.
but I,
So
Yeah.
I
let me
definitely
let me let me ask you a little bit about outside of the music. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more in depth about who Riley is. So before music was a thing for you, like what were you into?
really just sports, bro. I've always
Mhm.
been into sports. Like basketball and baseball were my main ones. I played football for a couple years, but like
Okay.
I'm not overly big even
Okay.
now. But I've put on weight. You know what I'm saying? I that
Yeah.
was never for me. I took one too many hard hits in football, to be honest with you.
And they turned
So
you
I
into a
just stuck to
basketball
baseball.
player. You got hit one good time.
Nah,
Hey,
basketball was the thing with basketball was I was able to keep up with everybody when I was in middle school. And then the summer before high school started, it's like everybody kind of went and started playing
Right.
AAU ball. And so
mm,
they had nothing but training all summer, and I just took the
yeah.
summer off. So I come back in the fall trying to hoop with them, and it's not happening, bro. They're
Them
already, they're already too
boys come
far.
back like an all-star team.
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell happened over the summer, bro?
Man.
And they're dunking and all kinds of shit.
Like, bro,
Like, what the
like
fuck?
who you training with, dog?
Okay, okay.
Man, that's how I
Yeah,
felt.
man, it was sports, bro, and that's really it.
I feel that. That's how I felt in middle school. My middle school, they were not good. They weren't known for being good in football. And so after my Pee Wee league ended, like seventh
Hmm.
grade, the coaches at my middle school begged me to play, but I didn't play. And I gained a lot of weight from seventh grade to eighth grade because I didn't play football. And I get to ninth grade. First of all, I'm seeing dudes hit a growth spurt. Like some of them boys come into ninth grade 6'2", 6'3". I'm like, well, where you was at? Like, what you been doing, fam? You know what I'm saying? And you go through that first little ninth grade practice to kind of acclimate you into welcoming to high school, and it's like, dog, I got to get to it. I got to get to it quick. Whatever water fountain y'all went to sip from, point me in that direction
Yeah.
because I
Well, at
was
least you got
severely
to it,
behind,
man.
dog.
I gave up on football and basketball
Mm.
after that.
So did you
I just stuck in
baseball
baseball.
was that like throughout your senior year too or no?
Yeah, yeah. I loved baseball, bro, and I loved the team, like playing for Woodland and Coach Loman,
Mm.
and
My
all them.
dog. Shout out to Coach Loman.
Facts, man. I still keep up with Coach Loman. I actually went back and coached for a couple years after I graduated.
Oh
Yeah, I
wow.
see Seth and Trout there now.
Yeah, there was Trout was still there while I was coaching, but Seth hadn't got there yet.
Okay.
Bro,
I
it's
got a
crazy,
question for
bro.
you, Ollie. So, in this point in your career, because I kind of, and with Eli, kind of thinking about the similarities between the music industry and the football industry. Do you feel like it's more of like a dog eat dog, world when it comes to the music industry? Or do you feel like it's room for everybody to eat? Because I know in football it was kind of a dog eat dog thing, and somebody had to
It's
lose their spot for you to get
Right.
yours type deal. Sometimes.
I mean, in music, people are jumping from one thing to the next within like a day or two. Leangelo Ball had the biggest song
Bro, out of
3 months ago.
nowhere.
Does anybody ever remember that
Man,
song?
I might
Does
swerve in
do
the
any of y'all remember
Hollywood.
that song, bro? Or did I
Right.
just remind y'all that song existed? Is it,
You did.
A little bit of both. You know what I'm saying?
there's always room for people for somebody to come take that spot. The hard part is retaining it. And that's why it's so impressive. Like, I don't mean to sound like a dick rider, but what Drake has done over the last 12 years, it's like I don't see how people don't look at that and be like, that's the GOAT right there. Because retaining that
Yeah.
success is so hard and
hmm
so consistently for over a decade, bro. That's crazy. I don't think anybody really comprehends how nuts that is, bro. There's
Never
one hit
thought about it
wonders
like that.
all over the internet, bro. There's one hit wonders. I'm low key right now, kind of a one hit wonder because like I did have like an underground hit, and I've been chasing to capitalize off of that for 6 years, bro.
Mhm.
Hey,
It comes one moment and then it goes. You got to be ready to retain it.
that's a real statement, bro. That's you
But
being
as far as
vulnerable.
the competition, I think rap is definitely the most competitive genre in music. With all the,
Yeah.
you got classic rap battles.
Mm.
But country rap, like I don't know why, but I've been getting a lot of country rap on my reels, and they're pretty combative as well. They're going at each other's necks, man.
So,
Like,
you said you were at, I wouldn't even call it a peak, but like you made a lot of traction 6 years ago, correct? And
Yeah,
you said,
2019. Yeah, that was like the start of a run for me. And what happened was I put a song out in February and it went stupid. Like over the course of the next like 8 months, it went up to 200,000 streams on Spotify, like 200,000 on Apple Music, 200,000 on on SoundCloud.
mm,
And I didn't know how to capitalize it off of it back then. I didn't even put any money into that song. It just kind of took off on its own. So I didn't know how to retain with ads or none of that. I didn't know how to do any of that. I didn't have a manager. I didn't have a team behind me. I was just doing it all by myself. So I watched that momentum come from that and then pretty much fade away by the time COVID came around. So now I'm trying to get back to that. but on a much bigger scale.
So would you say COVID kind of hindered your music growth in a way, or do you feel like it just kind of helped you learn afterwards?
COVID kind of made me like lazy,
Mm.
and I didn't really drop anything in 2020. I don't think. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I dropped anything.
No, yeah, you had like 2 or 3 songs I seen out there, but it wasn't many.
I got you. Yeah, it wasn't a lot, bro. It wasn't enough. So that's really where I took a downfall. I thought I made it, and I didn't. I wasn't even close.
So would you say from that you had to like really learn consistency to keep building momentum, to have the stepping stones to, basically propel you and get you where you want to go?
Exactly. Yeah. And I didn't think like that. I was just like, this song is taking off. This is it.
Yeah.
Like this is my made it moment. And really the song capped out, and I mean it still gets plays to this day, but it,
Is
it
that
capped out, bro.
the
Right.
For the Moment song?
No, it's called Dear X.
Dear X, okay. I
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
go check that out.
Yeah, that song went stupid. And I didn't do anything to capitalize on the momentum, man.
I
I
feel
It's
would
like
not a
say,
regret.
sometimes
It's a lesson learned. And
oh,
next
absolutely.
time, next time that happens, I'll be ready for it. And that's coming soon. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I
I'm
know
not
I'm
even
hyping myself. I know I'm hyping myself a lot, but I've got nothing but the faith of a mustard seed and a
that's all
great
you
team
need,
behind me,
bro.
bro, that
That's
I
all you
trust with
need.
my life, bro. And like at the end of the day, I know where we're gonna take it.
well, you
So
sound like a doggone
Listen,
old
faith
coach from
over
back in the
mustard
day,
seed. That's
Own it.
boy.
all you need
Faith in the
on
mustard
me.
seed.
I mean, like I
facts.
said, when it comes to music, when it comes to sports, when it comes to anything that you're doing, when you know in your heart of hearts you that guy and you feel like you're that guy. Like sometimes there's a thin line between cocky and humble. You know what I'm saying? Or cocky and confident. I say that. It's
Hmm.
better to be confident. You know what I'm saying? Be confident in yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I wake up and tell myself every day, True Talk is the best podcast in the world. Nobody just don't know it yet. You know what
I
I'm
agree.
saying? Like
You guys are
you
Facts.
cool,
gotta
man.
you gotta
This
you
is
gotta have
this is
that mentality.
set up.
You feel me? So it's like when you do, like you said, something important. You was like, when that time comes again, you'll be ready. So it's
Yeah,
like you experienced it. You got a taste of it. It's like, man, I made it. And then
exactly.
you had to be real with yourself. You had to look yourself in the mirror. You know, again, it's crazy because we was just talking about that on the last episode. It's hard to look yourself in the mirror, but you got to be honest. You got lazy and all these things, but then guess what? You put your boots on, you went back to work, and you was like, the next time I have this moment, it's up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and that's the man. I'm talking about. You hit the nail in the coffin with that one because that's exactly what it got to be. I've had my moments like that in sports, and it's crazy because it be the times where you don't think you're going to gain attraction. It be the time where you think nobody's watching. You just put it out because you loved it. You know what? Boom.
Hmm.
Dear X, I love this song. Go to sleep. You wake up, 10K views. Hold on. Then
Yeah.
you ponder on it the next day. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the ones you started checking your phone all day trying to get the new updates. You know what I'm
exactly. Yeah,
saying?
yeah. I
But
was watching that thing go up for like 8 months, bro, and then it just it stopped.
one thing I can
But
tell
that was
you,
definitely I didn't even want to drop that song. That was real personal, and my
mm,
boys was all behind it. They was like, "Bro, throw." It was at the time it was just the two verses put together as one song. It
mm,
was basically just one whole song. I didn't have a hook on it or anything. My boys was getting behind it. They was like, "Bro, you got to throw like a little hook on this and drop it." And I went through that little, should I drop it? Should I not drop it? It was real
Hmm.
personal, but I dropped it and it paid off. You know, at the end of the
one
day, I
thing,
got way better music in my phone right now than that.
my question, and I'm glad you brought it back up because I wanted to ask it earlier. You said Drake is one of the few artists, or if not the first artist to, bring up the vulnerability to help you have that confidence to basically segue you into the artist that you are today of being vulnerable on your music. How would you
Right.
say? How would you say that like plays a part into like the music today and it helps you, basically put out the music that you put out? I don't know if I
It's
worded that right.
Well, it's really easy for me to get on like any record and say anything, like
Right.
any of my truth, bro, because it's my truth. And it's my basically my music is a lot of my like testimonies through life. Just
Hmm.
as I grow as a person, it's all right there.
Right.
And you'll hear it in the music just how I've grown. A lot of those songs, like for example, I'm working on an album, but
Hmm.
a lot of the songs on that album they span back 4 or 5 years, and
Right.
it's like it's basically just like you'll be able to hear my growth as a human being on these records, bro. And I think that's a beautiful thing. but I've always been super vulnerable, especially after dropping that song and seeing what it did. That kind of changed my perspective on it. That made me feel
Yeah.
like, man, I don't really need to be this like flexy swaggy individual. I can be like that, but at the same time I can be real deep, and either I got a lot of depth, bro. There's layers to this.
Yeah, that's what's up though. That was gonna be my next question of like, was that song like that vulnerability is what you were really like scared of putting out because you didn't want people to have a certain perception of you. But honestly, the vulnerability is what makes you authentic, what makes you you. And that's why Drake is Drake and he can do what he can do because he's being real. I can't remember what song I was listening to, but Drake was like, everybody trying to like lie and rap about, killing people, drugs, this, that, and the third. That's not me. I grew up in Toronto and Memphis and doing this and doing that. I seen my dad do this. I seen my mom do this. He's telling the story, but he's being his authentic self. He ain't lying about shit, but I mean, mob
Correct.
ties is a real thing. So
I
Yeah.
don't
he
doubt that.
he really like that.
Yeah.
Nah,
No
facts.
cap.
I just, sometimes would you say that song was that inspired by a breakup, like a heartbreak?
Yeah.
Because sometimes your biggest accomplishment in life usually comes after pain or trauma, some type of
Yeah.
heartbreak. You know what I'm saying?
And I,
Now,
like that actually, helped me to create more music this way as well. Like I'm
mhm,
always able to go back to that place in my mind and pull from that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm in a happy relationship right now, but I can
mhm,
always go back and pull from that.
facts.
The experiences never. I never let my experiences die. I just let them keep recycling.
I like that.
Because that's what life's all about is experience. So you don't
Right.
want to forget it. Just because you have one thing doesn't mean you want to forget about the other.
Facts. So, and that
Facts.
was going to take me to one of my last questions I wanted to ask you. Your creative process and your music process, what's different now compared to what you used to do? Because again, a lot of time has passed and you've learned so many things. Like when you go into the studio, when you first started this thing, compared to now when you go in the studio, it may take you 5 minutes, and in the 5 minutes you may lay down like 2 or 3 songs. Whereas back in the day, it might have took you 20 minutes to do one. You know what I mean?
It'd take me days to finish a song back then. I'm not. Let me set the record straight. I'm not gifted at this at all. Like there is no gift there. This was like years of hard work, like a decade plus of hard work, bro. Like a lot of people that would I know because I used to record people, but a lot of people would come in and they'd be like doing their, second or third song and they're killing it. And I'm like,
Mhm.
bro, I was nowhere near this good when I was at that point. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I started off, I was ass, bro. Like my music was bad, but like I put in so much work that like it just
Mhm.
became second nature to me over time.
For sure.
Facts. I mean, shit, bro.
Um,
You just propelling yourself, bro. Like some of the best artists or whatever in their field come from people that really just like studied and waited their turn, really just like learned everything. Like everything about all the music, the evolution of this. Like you pull in from all different types of artists and shit. Like honestly, it sounds like how Biggie used to do. He used to pull from old records and whatnot, and basically it helped him and segue him to make the hits that he has to this day. May he rest in peace. But everybody had to learn from somewhere, so don't sell yourself
Yeah,
short, bro. Some people are just
mhm.
naturally gifted, but you can be a true artist that really studied the game and you notice. You feel me? Because I can see
yeah,
you really going high places, bro. So don't ever sell yourself short in that aspect.
yeah. I'm not trying to sell myself short. It's just like I'm like looking at it, and I definitely value the amount of work that I've done more so over the talent, if that makes sense. I
Right.
I will say I have talent for making beats for sure, because like I
Hmm.
hopped on the thing, I knew exactly what I was trying to hear, and I was able to put it on there. And now I mean like the beats come even easier than the songs, bro. So I mean like I
Right.
always got a, a, a plethora of revenue streams and everything. So
See, hey, that makes you
Absolutely.
versatile. Because I'm gonna tell you now, it ain't a whole lot of artists that know how to be a producer,
right, yeah,
and people don't realize, but like the real money is being that producer. That's where the bread and butter really at.
yeah. I
Facts.
got a
Behind the
lot of
scenes.
rich producer friends, bro. They're driving
Yeah.
around in Mercedes and stuff.
Oh, I do got one more question. This will be my last question for you, man. Uh, you just made me think about it. Producers. Who are some of the top producers that you've been able to work with? and who are some that you want to work with in the future?
I've been working a lot with this producer. He's from Atlanta, Columbia. He's kind of in between there. His name's First Class. He's big
Okay.
in the like underground. Like I don't know if you listen to Saw Baby being in Atlanta. He does a lot of Saw
Yeah.
Baby stuff.
Oh,
Saheem, man.
yeah,
Shout out my boy Saheem,
He-
man.
Yeah, he did. He did. You heard the Mirror Pics on there?
Mm,
Yeah,
is that out the new tape?
Saheem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on there.
Okay.
Yeah, he
I
did
gotta go
that.
listen
I
to it.
got a song dropping with him on the 23rd, bro. And
That's what's
you know,
up.
like we got I think two more in the vault after that. But other producers I'd want to work with, like Hit Boy probably. I feel like me and Hit Boy could do something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, London for sure.
for
Got
sure.
London on the track.
I might would try some Tay Keith. I
Hey,
don't know.
Ooh.
I might
hey,
slide on some Tay Keith.
it's coming, bro. I feel it, man. I can tell it's on the way, and you passionate about
It
it.
is, bro.
No,
Yeah,
Like you
absolutely.
said, man, you had a hit, a big hit, but you also got to reset in that reset. And when you reset, now you know how to handle it. I
exactly,
say
bro.
all that to say this, man. It's kind of like this. If I don't tell you nothing else, if you can make 50 cents, you can make
Yeah.
$1. If you can make $1, you can make two, so on. And
Facts.
in the confidence that you speaking to yourself about, you know what I'm saying? Keep believing in that. Don't let nobody else steal that from you, man. I checked out a couple songs, you know what I'm saying? I ain't went through your whole catalog, but I checked out a couple songs. I'm like, bro, he's talented, bro. He got real talent. And
Did
you a
that.
student of the game, bro. That's super important, bro. People that are student of the game and you're versatile, fam, that's gonna set you apart. Um, again, man, thank you for coming on.
Absolutely.
Of
This was
course,
a
bro.
great episode, man.
We
And I
definitely
know
appreciate you.
for sure. And I know
Thank
your
y'all,
story,
man.
man. You're gonna inspire like other artists to come up, you know what I'm saying, when they hear this. Because again, it takes you to be you're a real one to admit, oh, I was a one hit wonder. But it's like you gotta say you was, because that's not you now. You got so many hits in your phone, bro. I heard you say I got
Exactly.
hits in this phone like 30 times tonight, you know what I'm saying? So it's
Was it
like,
the things in his phone?
man, the things in here, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? Keep
Only
putting
if
that
you
music
knew.
out, man. Cause you never know who your music gonna touch and who it may inspire, man. We praying for you here at True Talk, man. You got 4 new fans now, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Facts.
definitely gonna tap in, you know what I'm saying? Don't be a stranger. Like I said, when you
Of
go to the
course.
Grammys, you need some bodyguards. I'm just a junior bodyguard.
Yeah.
The real
I
bodyguard
don't
gonna be
see
Mike
anybody else in my life that I'd take with that.
But
Let me
Yeah,
tell
I'm
yeah,
y'all,
there.
man.
man.
The last time I saw Mike, he pulled me in for a dap, bro. That shit felt like a brick wall, bro. I was dizzy. I
What
was
that boy say?
dizzy.
Felt like the Matrix.
I got a concussion from that, bro.
Oh, hell no.
Bro, when I first met Mike, bro, so I met him during our draft process. We was training or whatever, and he walked in. I seen the G on his shirt. I knew instantly, oh, he went to Georgia. And you know how dudes try to do that like that. What up? What up? Hey, I reach out to Mike, and like I got big hands, you know what I'm saying? But like Mike got meaty hands, dog. When he got me up, he was like, "What up, bro?" I'm like, "Get your hands off me, brother!" Like, what's wrong with you, dog? But nah, man.
Look, what's
Again,
up,
dog.
John Jones? What's up, JJ?
Hey, pause. No Diddy, dog. No Diddy, dog.
I didn't know he said that.
Make sure
Bro,
you
like
clip
you know how dudes, you know how some dudes, they hands like they hands are like, I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like their hands are just they're thick. Like their fingers are thick.
Boy, hey, you're not
You
helping the
know what,
case,
bro?
bro.
You know what, bro? We
Hey
can't say
yo,
nothing without a man law violation.
hey yo.
That's a
Hey,
perfect way to end this off, bro.
man, yeah, man. So
Hey.
again, thank y'all for tuning in.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, we locked in, bro.
for sure.
I'm gonna come back on here, bro. Y'all just let me know whenever y'all want to bring me back on. I might be a platinum selling artist by then.
Facts.
Say
We really
less.
Ain't
don't.
no Mike.
Yeah,
Ain't no Mike. You will
You
be,
will
bro.
be.
yeah,
Oh,
no, for
before
sure.
I go,
We gonna
Power
turn
in
this
the
bitch
tongue.
up.
before we get off, man, tell the people where can they find your music, where can they find you, you know what I'm saying, on all platforms.
Everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, everything basically, bro.
Mhm.
I mean, the only thing I'm having trouble getting my stuff on right now just because of label issues is SoundCloud. But everything else, we good to go, bro. Just go find me.
For
Yes,
sure,
sir.
for sure. And I'm gonna make sure
Riley
I tag you on
Krantz.
everything. Riley Krantz, man. We're gonna tag you on everything. I appreciate y'all tuning in for episode 8 of The Real Understands Everything, aka True Talk. It's been a
Yes,
great
sir.
one. Again, Riley, thank you for coming on, telling us your story, man. I look
Yes,
forward
sir.
to hearing more about you, seeing you on the charts, man. Look, I'm out here in Dallas right now, you know what I'm saying? One day I might be riding down the highway and be like, hey, that's my dog Riley, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm gonna call you up. Look, give me the homeboy discount with them features, though, you know what I'm saying? But nah, it's been good, man. And that's how we're gonna end this thing, man, where everything is real and raw. Tune in for the next episode, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep making things, you know what I'm saying, better and better. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have even more people come on and tell their stories, man.
Let's do it.
Sir.